Andrew writes in, how do I keep my head? Oh, I love this question. How do I keep my head from overriding my heart? It's very simple. So what Andrew is basically saying here is that he's overanalyzing, or he's stuck because his brain is saying one thing and his heart's saying another. So how do you keep the brain from overriding the heart? And so what you have to do is you have to then identify the voices of your head and the voice of your heart, and then you have to essentially put them on the witness stand. So here's what our brain is designed to do. We have this thing in our brain called the amygdala, and it's at the back of the brain. A lot of people refer to it as the lizard brain. And it is given to us by God to protect us. As you think about the early days of man, you could be walking down a path and a saber-toothed tiger comes out and bites your head off. Okay? These were different days. And so in the early, if you think about it, that's how our brains, when we first begin to engage brains, a lot of danger out there. You could fast forward to the Stone Age or the pioneer days, or any exploration or time of history. Like a bear comes out of nowhere, or some natives to the area, and they don't want you traipsing around their land. You take a spear to the neck. So your brain's primary function in the amygdala, that area of the brain, is to protect you. That's why they call it fight or flight. So you as a human, you feel threatened. That amygdala basically sends impulses to you, and you either decide to fight or take flight, which is to run away. So your brain's primary function when it feels danger or fear is to go, whoa, hold on, stop. That's what your brain's doing. So that's the voice. Understand, it is to protect you. Well, Ken, it's doing what it's supposed to. Is it? Maybe it is. Maybe it's right. Maybe that voice is right. Maybe it's wrong. So that's why we now go listen to the heart. We go, what's my heart saying? Well, my heart is saying that I've always wanted to do this work. I've always wanted to help these people. As long as I can remember, or when I think about this, my heart swells up and I'm emotional about it. It's all I think about. If I did this every day, it wouldn't feel like work, even in the tough days. It would feel like I was on fire. That's what your heart's saying. Your brain's going, yeah, but you got to go do this. You got to learn this, and you're going to have to do this, and you might get rejected, and you might fail. That's what your brain's supposed to do. And that's when you got to let your heart voice ring loudest. Yes, I might fail, but all great men and women fail. In fact, there is no success without failure. Shut up, brain. Essentially, you have to get out the voices, and you got to and that's why I believe in a pencil and this moleskin. I write out every call notes on it. It's getting out there and go, okay, my brain's telling me that this could happen, and this could happen, and this could happen. And my heart's going, I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to do this. And you look at those two voices side by side, and you just go, okay, great. Thank you, brain. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm very well informed. Thank you. You've told me what to fear. You've told me what to doubt. Shut up. I got it. It's like the backseat driver. You know what I mean? It's like, would you shut up and let me drive, please? I got it. I mean, that's essentially the wrestling match that your head and heart are engaged in. And by the way, Andrew's not the only one. We all go through this. But that little exercise right there, that's how you make sure that your head and heart become aligned. Because once you tell the brain to shut up and you go, yep, I'm prepared for this potential failure. I'm not doing a crazy risk here. If I fail, I'm not done financially. I'm not going to harm anybody or myself. I'm going to be okay. Then the brain goes, oh, all right. I'm in. Why? Because the brain's not afraid anymore. You've addressed the brain. So the brain's doing what it's supposed to do, but you've got to allow the heart to do what it's supposed to do. And then the brain goes, okay, I got it. I'm in. Now, let me give you a quick lesson on the converse of this. There are times where our heart will push us into a way too risky scenario, an unwise scenario, because the emotion is pumping. And the brain goes, whoa. But the brain's right this time, because the brain is correctly identifying this guy. By the way, this is relationships and professional life. This so-called investor has ripped off 2 or 3 other people. Yeah, but he's changed. No, he hasn't. The brain's going, no, he hasn't. He's a shyster on the relationship side. This guy mistreats women, but he's changed. Has he? That's the brain. And so again, the same exercise I just went through, it will reveal sometimes that the brain is right and it is protecting you, and you need to listen to the logic. So that's the exercise for everybody.